Coming up on China Report. In a Beijing southern district, 19 people were killed in a house fire on Saturday night. And a new high-speed railway connecting two major cities in West China will offer 4G network signal during their whole trip running through the mountains. Hello and welcome to this edition of China Report. I'm Li Xiaoning in Beijing. In Beijing's southern Daxing district, 19 people were killed and 8 others injured in a house fire on Saturday night.
The fire was reported at around 6 p.m. in Xinjiang village and extinguished at 9 p.m. Those who were rescued from the fire have been sent to hospital. An investigation team will be set up to follow up the accident. The suspects are under police control.
In southwest China's Tibet Autonomous Region, 3 people sustained minor injuries after a 6.9 magnitude earthquake hit Ningqi on Saturday morning.
The quake was felt strongly in several counties in Ningqi. It caused power failure and cracks in houses. The tremors also triggered falling rocks, blocking a highway linking Ningqi city proper with Tangmai, one of the quake-hit townships. Armed police transport troops are clearing the road. A team of 32 experts have been sent to the quake zone.
The 23rd session of the Conference of the Parties have wrapped up in Bonn, Germany. China's Special Representative on Climate Change Affairs has said a major dialogue on climate change had succeeded in reflecting the concerns of all sides in a balanced manner, although not 100% satisfactory. China Report has the details.
A balanced negotiation document had been worked out covering all related issues in implementing the Paris Agreement. The conference has also clarified plans to organize facilitative dialogue in 2018 and endorsed a slew of arrangements to speed up the implementation of the pre-2020 climate action and the commitment to reduce carbon dioxide emissions.
Xie said China hopes all sides adhere to the principles of equity, common but differentiated responsibilities, and respective capabilities, and take actual conditions of each country into account while pushing forward negotiations on the implementation of Paris Agreement.
Agreement is most difficult to be reached on the issue of funding, an issue that also concerns developing countries the most. But some agreements have been made accordingly with concerted efforts. To achieve this result, China has stepped up coordination with the rest of basic nations, like-minded developing countries group, and G77 plus China, and kept close consultations with European Union countries, the umbrella countries, and others. We have found solutions finally and agreed to add unresolved issues to next year's agenda.
Xi also pledged China will continue pursuing green and low-carbon development as well as international climate cooperation. During the talks, Syrian representatives announced their country will join the Paris Climate Accord, and Belgium, Finland, Germany, Slovakia, Spain, and Sweden have ratified the Doha Amendment, which raised the number of countries that had ratified the amendment to 90.
A cooperation arrangement has been signed between the mainland and Hong Kong. The arrangement is on the co-location arrangement at the West Kowloon station of the Guangzhou-Shenzhen-Hong Kong Express Rail Link. China Report has more.
Governor of Guangdong Province and Hong Kong Chief Executive signed the cooperation arrangement in Hong Kong on Saturday. According to the arrangement, both sides agreed to establish a port at the West Kowloon Station of Hong Kong to implement co-location arrangement. Both sides will exercise exit and entry regulation on departing and arriving people traveling between the mainland and Hong Kong, as well as their personal belongings and luggage. The regulation includes immigration inspection, customs regulation, and inspection and quarantine measures. Implementing co-location arrangement will allow Hong Kong to provide a direct high-speed rail service to an increasing number of the mainland cities. After the signing, Hong Kong and the mainland will jointly seek a decision by the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress approving and endorsing the arrangement, and then commence the local legislative process.
The Chinese embassy in Amman on Saturday provided 36 computers to an Islamic university in Jordan. The move is part of a cooperation agreement between the two sides.
During the ceremony in the World Islamic Sciences and Education University of Jordan, Chinese Ambassador Pan Weifan signed an agreement with the university's president on increased cooperation in cultural and scientific fields.
I believe that we have a lot in common. We need to have exchange of views, exchange of experiences, exchange of ideas, and we should hold more dialogue together to promote more understandings between our two peoples and the religious circles and the religious leaders.
Pan referred to Chinese investments in Jordan, including a $1.5 billion oil shale power plant, as well as the Chinese shopping mall, which will be opened soon in Amman. The ambassador said that China was keen on increasing Chinese investments in Jordan in various areas. The university officials voiced appreciation to China and its support. The university was built in 2008 and focuses on teaching Islamic studies and sciences.
A China-built youth center has been handed over to Tunisia after upgrading reconstruction.
The Al Manzak Culture and Sports Youth Center was once built with aid construction from China. Now it has become one of the major places for cultural and sports activities in Tunis, capital of the country. Tunisian Minister of Youth and Sports, Mashtoulian Cherny, and Chinese ambassador to Tunisia, Bian Yanhua, attended the handover ceremony. The minister highly praised the bilateral cooperation between China and Tunisia as positive and real.
China and Tunisia have been enhancing cooperation on various fields, such as sports and medical care, positive and real, and we also hope for the continuous growth of bilateral ties.
Covering a space of 5,200 square meters, the center officially opened to public in 1990. It contains theater, swimming pool, dance hall, gymnasiums, and outdoor basketball yard. Yasmin Garbi has been taking rhythmic gymnastics lessons here for many years.
After the reconstruction, the center becomes more beautiful with better environment. Many thanks to China for doing this for us. I love the current activity center.
A new high-speed railway connecting two major cities in West China will offer mobile internet subscribers the 4G network signal during their whole trip on the train.
The Xi'an-Chengdu high-speed railway linking Xi'an, capital of northwest China's Shanxi province, and Chengdu, capital of southwest China's Sichuan province, runs through several nature reserves in Qingling Mountains. Qingling Mountains are a major mountain range located mainly in Shanxi. When the train enters into the Qingling Mountains, tunnels make up 95% of the route. The massive and deep tunnels were a challenge for engineers to set up a network. To provide good full coverage, around 1,200 radio remote units for base stations have been installed along the route, and advanced cables as long as 390 kilometers for railway tunnels have been laid. Wireless signal sending and receiving equipment has also been installed. The railway is expected to be put into operation this year. It will cut the travel time between Xi'an and Chengdu from 16 hours to 3 hours.
Another survivor of the Nanjing massacre passed away at the age of 83 on Wednesday. With Shi Ziqing's decease, the total number of registered survivors is less than 100.
This year marks the 80th anniversary of the Nanjing massacre. On December 13, 1937, Japanese invaders took the city, and it began a 6-week mass killing. Some 300,000 civilians were slaughtered. Shi Ziqing's mother was among the victims. During Shi's memorial service, his son said those people killed by the Japanese invaders will be remembered forever. In 1980s, China officially initiated the registration of survivors of the Nanjing massacre, and at that time, over 1,000 people registered.
More economic news from China. National Economic Planner has said China's sharing economy will grow about 40% this year to 4.5 trillion yuan, or about $680 billion.
China's National Economic Planner has said China's sharing economy will grow about 40% this year to 4.5 trillion yuan. The National Development and Reform Commission said the sharing economy had total transactions of 3.45 trillion yuan, more than double the 2015 figure in 2016, involving more than 600 million people. The National Economic Planner said while relaxing market access, the government will strengthen supervision against monopolies and boost integration with the manufacturing and agricultural sectors. The sharing economy already provides services including bicycle and car hire, as well as sports equipment and umbrella rental by scanning QR codes with smartphones. The State Information Center predicted the sharing economy will account for more than 10% of the country's GDP by 2020. According to the State Administration of Taxation, by the end of September, the reform saved about $150.6 billion of taxes for business owners. As the most significant tax overhaul for 2 decades, the VAT reform is a key part of China's supply-side economic reforms. It was first piloted in Shanghai in 2012 and expanded nationwide in May 2016. The expansion of VAT reform has not only resulted in massive tax cuts, but also encouraged the development of the service sector, supported manufacturing upgrades, and stimulated consumption. China's forex reserves rose for the 9th month in a row in October, as pressure of capital outflow continued to ease. The People's Bank of China released the data on Tuesday. Forex reserves had amounted to over $3.1 trillion by the end of October. Although slightly below market forecast, it is the first time the reserves have expanded for so long since June 2014. The State Administration of Foreign Exchange attributed the rise to stable cross-border capital flows and balanced supply-demand in the foreign exchange market. It added that climbing asset prices in the global financial market also pushed up the stockpile.
More than 3 years ago, Chinese President Xi Jinping proposed to build the Silk Road Economic Belt and the 21st Century Maritime Silk Road. Looking back at 2016, the Belt and Road Initiative has already produced some early achievements promoting connectivity and opening up possibilities for development along the ancient trade route.
On one day in golden October in Kashgar of China's Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, a fleet of 50 trucks carrying large containers started to roll along the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, or CPEC. After a month-long journey, the strong trade convoy arrived at its destination, the Gwadar port of Pakistan, on November 12, 2016. The containers carried by the fleet were shipped to the United Arab Emirates and other countries. That marked the Gwadar port's first export of containers to overseas destinations and showed that the port has returned to its design handling capacity. Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif said that CPEC is destined to transform the entire country. It could open up a world of possibilities, not only for Pakistan, but also for the Central Asian states. In February 2016, China Railway Tunnel Group completed building the Kamchik Tunnel in Uzbekistan, the longest tunnel in Central Asia. It is part of the 169-kilometer Angran Pap railway line, a major state project. After the line's completion, Uzbekistan's domestic transport will no longer have to go through foreign territories. According to official data, the Kamchik Tunnel transported more than 34 billion standard volume of natural gas to China in 2016. That's an 11% growth year-on-year. Zhao Lei, a professor at China Central Party School, said that for the Belt and Road Initiative, 2016 is the year of implementing landmark projects. Many European countries have high approval rates for the Belt and Road Initiative. The Visit China-Europe trains is evidence of its acceptance and popularity. Since the Belt and Road proposal, trains running between Europe and China have been increasing. By June 2016, trains have been running nearly 2,000 times between China and Europe, with a total of import and export value of $17 billion. Many other projects are also underway. China-Belarus Industrial Park is in development. The Hungary-Serbia Railroad is to be constructed by the Chinese side soon. Cooperation between China and Central and Eastern European countries
has been further expanded. The Silk Road Economic Belt, with its focus on inclusiveness and openness, has become a vital link connecting regional development and China's transformation. On December 25, 2016, the construction of China Lao's Railway officially started. Launched in late 2015, the project is expected to be completed by 2020. Once completed, a trip from Vientiane to the Chinese border would take only 4 hours, turning Laos from a landlocked country into a connected nation. On January 21, 2016, Indonesian President Joko Widodo launched the country's first-ever high-speed railway project, the Jakarta-Bandung High-Speed Railway. With trains going at a maximum speed of 350 kilometers per hour, the travel time between the two cities will be cut from over 3 hours to less than 1 hour. In its expected 3-year construction, the project will provide over 40,000 jobs for Indonesians each year and form an economic zone along the railway. The Belt and Road Initiative provides opportunities not only for a new phase of China's opening up, but also for the growth of the world economy. On August 10, 2016, Chinese shipping giant COSCO acquired 67% stake of Piraeus Port Authority through the Athens Stock Exchange. It thereby became the official controlling shareholder of the Greek port. Piraeus is expected to operate as a hub in Europe for the 21st century maritime Silk Road and to connect the Silk Road Economic Belt with the China-Europe Land-Sea Express line. According to China's ambassador to Greece, Zhou Xiaoli, Piraeus was not merely an economic project, it was also a bridge to connect the peoples of Greece and China.
So as long as all parties work together in concerted efforts, we believe the port of Piraeus, Greece, China, the whole region will have a better tomorrow. Thank you.
In Africa, the Chinese-built Ethiopia-Djibouti Railway has officially opened service, marking a milestone in cooperation between China, Ethiopia, and Djibouti. Special advisor to the Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has hailed the Road of Railway project as an important import-export corridor for Ethiopia.
This is a major export-import corridor for Ethiopia, and this line has been constructed on the Djibouti side and Ethiopian side. Both countries have closely worked to make this project quite successful, and financial loans have also been provided by People's Republic of China. And today this project is being inaugurated after a construction period of less than 4 years.
If the so-called hard connection of the Belt and Road draws countries geographically closer, an equivalent soft connection brings people together. Until now, over 100 countries and international organizations have expressed a willingness to support and join the initiative. 40 of these have already signed cooperation deals with China. On June 22, 2016, Xi addressed the Uzbek parliament in Tashkent, calling for the future building of a green, healthy, intelligent, and peaceful Silk Road. In his address, he laid out the future of the initiative. The president also invited other countries to attend the 2017 Belt and Road Summit. The 2017 summit will further outline initiatives and explore business opportunities. Its aim is to deepen alignment of development strategies between China and the relevant parties. It will not only look back at the achievements made so far under the initiative, but also set up a new starting point for the future.
To mark the 20th anniversary of the return of Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region has held a film festival in central London.
The festival, named Creative Visions Hong Kong Cinema 1997 to 2017, kicked off Saturday night at the Ham Yard Hotel. It demonstrates the success and creativity of Hong Kong's film industry over the past 2 decades. Gordon Lam Kat Ton, who won the Hong Kong Film Awards this year, attended the festival. Lam told CNC that 20 years after Hong Kong's return to the motherland, its films are no longer just commercial.
they have been emphasizing more on humanitarian concern. Although the Hong Kong film industry developed more slowly these years, he believes there will be a good future development.
Paintings by a farmer from northwest China's Ningxia Autonomous Region have drawn fans from outside the country. China Report has more.
Yang Xiaomei, 53, lives in the Xinfu village, which means village of happiness. Taking an interest in local folk paintings when she was 12 years old, he tried to introduce paper cutting techniques into drawing. It took Yang hard work to improve her skills in her spare time. Even when she ran into financial difficulties in the 1990s, she would not give it up. Yang's efforts paid off. In 2010, she was recognized as Ningxia's intangible cultural heritage successor of folk painting. 3 of her lacquer paintings were shown at Expo Astana 2017 in Kazakhstan, which attracted 4 million visitors between June 10th and September 10th, 2017. Now, with the help from the local government, Yang has set up a center to teach fellow villagers how to paint and make paper cuts.
Archaeologists in China have unearthed 3 luxury baths thought to have been used by the Qing king more than 2,000 years ago. Let's take a closer look.
The discovery was made by a team exploring the ancient city of Liyang, close to Xi'an in northwest China. As part of their exploration, researchers from the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences Institute of Archaeology found 3 luxury baths and a fireplace. The baths have been built with beautiful tiles and bricks and unusually for the time, equipped with sewage outflows. Yueyang was once the capital of the Qing, the short-lived but influential empire which united China over 2,000 years ago.
That's all for today's China Report. For more news and highlights, you can also follow us on our website. It's en.cnews.cn. Thank you for being with us. Bye for now.
云天无际，承载梦想。中国南方航空是中国运输飞机最多、航线网络最发达、年客运量最大的航空公司。亚洲第一，全球第3，是南航缔造的业界奇迹。蓝天壮志情，云海谱华章。
同心地产，芝加哥最大的华人中介团队，无论是家居或是商业地产，给你带来全方位的最佳服务。
专业的团队，丰厚的经验。
Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to the Lake Cook Law Group.
投资理财、法律咨询，芝加哥专业律师团队为您的梦想提供最安全的保障。
Little Chinese Channel, 小小中文 Lesson 18. In this lesson, we will be teaching you these 6 Chinese characters. From our last lesson, we learned the character 小. If we add up 2 sides of a triangle, this character is go, go, go means hook. Go hao, go hao. Go hao means hook. These 2 characters contain go. If we remove these 2 strokes and put a dot in the upward stroke, this character is yun. Yun means even. Junyun. Junyun means even or well distributed. Remove these 2 strokes and add 2 downstrokes to the left. This makes 勿means do not. 勿吸烟means no smoking. Next, we'll learn a new root character. What's this? 门 means door. 开门 means to open the door. What happens if we put a 口 in the middle of 门? 问 means to ask. 问路 means to ask for directions. Next, we'll learn a new root character. What's this? 万 means 10,000. 一万 means 10,000. Okay, it's time to write. When you're writing, remember to follow the stroke sequence. Go. 云 雾 王 望 万 Bye-bye, the lesson is done.